welcome to Aletha Williams' podcast, Fireside Conscious Mindset Chats, where you will learn some very good topics to help you on your path to wellness. This episode is about being the observer. Hi, everybody. Welcome. How are you? Again, today's episode is about just being the observer of yourself, being the observer of your mind. So I want to start with a story. Um, this weekend was a rough weekend where I had a very negative effect of a road rager who decided that he was in the right and he was also going to approach me in an assault format. And so I had to report him, blah, blah, blah. But I had to go into this cocoon where I felt like I was unsafe and I had to try to figure out how to put my car in a little tiny garage that already had my storage. So I had to rearrange my storage and try to figure out to put my car in the garage to feel safer than just parking it outside because my house is right by the street. So I went into this mode of hypervigilance and I meditated, stayed calm, stayed within that realm of peace, but then my body itself still was in a frazzle. And what I want to talk about is what Peter Levine talks about when he mentions that the body keeps score. The body keeps score of our energy that's not discharged once trauma is triggered. And for me, I have a lot of stored triggers. And so even though I've been doing a lot of the inner work for the past 5 years, there are still moments that my body itself has some stored residue of residual energy that still gets the muscle itself automatically starts acting up as if the incident is occurring right now. And so I decided to just stay in the void in meditation to ask the spirit, how can I get out of this and in a safe and more productive way? And as I stayed in the void, what I did was I went into meditation. Each night I went to bed, I went into meditation and say, this is the state I want to be in when I wake up. And when I wake up, I would go back into meditation and say, this is the state I want to be in for the rest of the day. And in one of those messages of meditation, I received a message yesterday that says I need to go into this Qigong kind of therapy where I incorporate not only Donna Eden's method of tapping into our body somatically, but also go into it via a Qigong where with breath work and movement. And so one of the things that we did was in this connection, Source and I did was Source was able to show me how to do it. And I would love to introduce you how to become the observer of yourself and what happens afterwards. And so for me, what happened afterwards was today I had to drive 50 miles to my specialist. And in that 50 miles, I was in such a peaceful space that nothing kept me, stirred me, nothing upset me, nothing triggered me, even though there was a 4-car pileup within 50 miles, 50 feet from me. 5 cars ahead of me. I saw it. I saw the accident. I stayed calm. I was able to just stay, alert everyone about with my hazard. And I was in the state of calm and observing the observer. And with that, even before that, I was observing myself that even with traffic, I wasn't getting upset. What's going on? I'm going to switch lanes. Nope, no need to switch lanes. I'm just going to stay here. I'm okay. I'm well. I'm just going to listen to this podcast that I'm listening to instead of trying to figure out how to go faster and more efficient. I'm just going to stop worrying about that time that's dwindling and I might be late for my appointment. I just stopped. I observed myself not worrying and letting go more easier the things that worried me. So worry itself became minuscule. Fear itself became minuscule. Anger and frustration became very minuscule. There was nothing, no reaction. And why? It was because of what I did when I was in the shower this morning. And so I want you, I want to invite you to follow my instructions as I demonstrate what I did. And I want to ask you two things. Listen to the instructions first, and then you choose which way you want to do it. The first way I want you to do it, I want you to listen to me. So in order for you to listen to me, I want you to close your eyes. And the reason why I want you to close your eyes is when you close your eyes, this visual sense takes away judgment. So when you're just listening and feeling and using your other senses, your brain wave actually slows down, so it's able to receive more than what you would do if you were to visually see me. So that's one way. The second way I want you to do it is do the instructions that's going to follow is either you turn me all the way down to where you can't hear me, but you can see me. So let me say this again. Don't do it yet. You turn the volume all the way down to where you can't hear me, but you can see me do the practical work. Okay? So I would tell you when to. So may I invite you to either close your eyes or turn the volume down and just see. So you're going to be learning either kinesthetically or just through the act of doing. It's the first thing, imagine that you're in the shower and the water is hitting your body. Wherever it's hitting your body is the first area that you will start your tapping. And what tapping does is you're tapping on these very important meridians that will release the energy that's along that meridian. You have your liver meridian, you have your kidney meridian, you have your heart meridian. So you want to tap on those areas. So for me in the shower, the first thing that hits is the water hits right by my heart. So I'm going to tap and I'm going to stand up and I'm just going to tap. So you're just going to keep tapping, and I want you to count to 5 sets of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're just going to breathe. And then you just rub it back and forth. And if it's the points, there's going to be some knobs. You're going to feel some knobs, like little points, like the tip of an eraser. They're about that size, about that size. It's going to feel sensitive or not sensitive. If it's very sensitive, just keep rubbing it until the sensitivity actually goes away. That's because your heart is working too hard. So you're just going to just rub it. And then right by your sternum, you're going to hit that area or thump that area 50 times. And just keep breathing. Keep connecting to that part of your body. Keep telling your mind, I am well. Observing the breath, feeling flow, feeling ease. And then from there, I start by doing the other major tapping right by the elbow, where the elbow bends. You're going to knock in that area 50 times. This is actually an area that you tap for your heart. And also, if you're having a hard time going to sleep, you can also tap this area 50 times. Then you're going to continue with the heart, and raise your hand up, and your armpit itself, just thump it 50 times. It's going to wake up your heart flow and also decrease blood pressure. This is an Eastern measure. This is an Eastern method, and it's been around for centuries. But we Westerners just don't apply it as often as we do. You can see it in acupuncture. You can see it in osteopathy, not the thumping part, but just the application of applying needles or pressure to certain areas of our body. So elbow, arm, Now, this is your chopping point. This is the main chopping point that emotional freedom techniques use. I'm just going to hit them together. Same thing. And I'm breathing. Same thing. Then I'm going to stand up because I'm not done with my body. The rest of my, I'm going to go and I'm going to do the same thing to the side. And then I'm going to go to the back. As I'm going back, I'm going to push away from my spine. Push away. Keep doing that. And then when you get right here, so you want to get right here, right by that belt, right here, and you just want to push back and forth. There are 3 pressure points in that area that will release itself once you do that 40 to 50 times. And then shake it out. And then I'm just going to tap the edge of my hand, tap it all the way up, under, all the way back out, all the way up, under, over, 50 times. And then while you're in the shower, you're going to do your lymphatics. You're going to drain your lymphatics. You're going to put your thumbs together with the water running. You're just going to push away along the jawline, behind the ears. There's friction right now, but with the water, it's a lot faster. Then you stay behind your ears, and you're going to go straight up. Let me correct myself. You're not going straight up. You're going like at a 45-degree angle that goes behind to this part of your occipital nerve right here. So you're pushing like that, pulling that drainage system. You're draining this area, the lymphatics. You're pushing up, pulling down, pushing up, pulling down. And then you do the same thing. You scrape your neck all the way down, scrape it, scrape it. The back is especially, scrape it, scrape it. Take a deep breath. And just become aware of where is there tension in the body. Because of all that I just did, I feel a little bit here. So I'm just going to thump that area. And shake it out. And the last part that we're going to do is a little bit from Donna Heaton and the emotional freedom techniques also. I'm going to combine those 2 together, where we're going to balance our left and right hemisphere and also tap to release anything that we are holding in our body. So we're going to tap our center of our head and come all the way back to the crown, go all the way down, shake it, pull, 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 connect to your body, and just telling yourself some affirmation, even though this day may be stressful, I'm open to relax about it. And then you're going to tap right above your eyebrows. Tap, tap, very gently, just tap. For migrainers, we all know that there's some points right here. So we're going to tap there as well. Tap, tap. All the way out to the edge of the eye, by the temple. And sometimes your body just starts a big release by breathing, puffing up, puffing up, puffing up, and drastically breathing out. But that's a release that's showing up. Right underneath your cheekbone, above your cheekbones, right on that cheekbone, you just tap in. Sinus area. Sinus area goes all along here, right by your jawline. Tapping. Coming right here. And then right above here. and just sitting in silence, or you're still in the shower, feeling, putting your hand on your heart, bringing love into your heart, appreciating your day, showing gratitude to the universe for keeping you awake and bringing you at the start of the best version of yourself for the day. I hope that helped you a little bit. I want to ask you to try that. So, how did that go? I hope that went well for you. And then I want to encourage you to be observant of how relaxed, how much clearer your mind is, how much more relaxed your body is, because you've tapped on these triggered hypervigilant point where your body itself is trying to be tense because of the situation that your environment wants to put you in. But what I want to encourage you is take control of you and know that when you become the observer of yourself, that even ego cannot disturb your peace. So if this resonated with you, please comment below, like, subscribe, and so that you can hear and see when I come on live or when I have new podcasts, you'll be alerted about it. Again, this is Aletha Williams coming to you with conscious mindset topics that allows you to take control of your wellness so that you may feel empowered, confident, and knowing that you are the healer of your own body.